Hi everyone, my name is Robertson. Today I'll be doing my assignment on the second hack. The objective of this assignment is to enumerate the target. To enumerate targets utilizing NICTO, utilizing OWASP ZAP, compare NICTO and OWASP ZAP, identify CSRF, identify XSS, utilize NISOs, and 10 possible vulnerabilities. From our Kali machine to our chaotic 2 VM, we begin the process by running ipconfig to reveal the IP address. After running the ipconfig, we need to do an nmap command on the IP address to determine our target. In the course of doing this, we needed to install Nessus to be used as a vulnerability scanner. The reason why Nessus is used as a vulnerability scanner because it can identify security breaches and misconfiguration, including missing patches in network and application. It is able to check the system against security policies and scan network to identify all connected assets. Vulnerability analysis and mapping, in which various tools and techniques were used to trace the vulnerability to the root cause, also trace the attack vectors, and recommendation for the vulnerability disclosure and the summary course were included. This is how the ifconfig look like. So the flaws and hypotheses for the methodology using chaotic 2 machine, the flaws were caused as a result of lack of patch management policy and lack of system updates. Vulnerability analysis and mapping using Aperture 2.2.8 and XX, which is cross-site scripting, shows that an injected malicious script was used, and this was seen on port 80. The tools and techniques which were used with research on Aperture 2.2.8 on multiple vulnerabilities, we found out that it is a cross-site scripting issue. Now we need to trace the vulnerability to the root cause. So the root cause of this vulnerability was as a result of memory handling flaws, outdated remote code execution, lack of bounce checking, patch not applied. Organizational causes include poor asset inventory, no patch management policy, and weak vulnerability management lifecycle. Attack vectors, the Apache 2.2.8 DDoS, the version of the Apache installed in was a denial of service, or a remote host was advertising a version older than 2.2.8. Such version may be affected by several issues, and one of these issues may include cross-site scripting, which involve an image map. Port 80 DDoS also experienced a distributed denial of service attack, which attempted to make the machine network resources unavailable to the intended users. In this case, the machine network is overflooded with unnecessary traffic. The mitigation strategies involve the first thing, we need to upgrade the system, and if upgrading the system is impossible, we need to disable unnecessary services, and remove default credential. Also apply configuration hardening and enforce least privilege. While at the network level, segmentation is highly encouraged, including use of firewall, which have well-defined uh, which has well-defined principles and policies, using IDS and IPS monitoring and restrict management port. Recommendation for vulnerability disclosure. The vulnerability disclosure is a complex topic, especially when it comes to cyber security. There are two main vulnerability disclosure: one, responsible disclosure, and full disclosure. Responsible disclosure allow hackers to report vulnerabilities to the team safely. This involves a collective process between the security team and the organization to ensure vulnerabilities are properly addressed, while full disclosure involves the immediate publication of vulnerabilities without any delay for any reason. And this is generally considered the last resort, especially when exploited code has been made public to everybody. The individual or group reporting the vulnerability contact the party responsible for the affected software, whether in-house or out of the organization. And under this process, researcher researcher may provide a timeline for investigating and resolving the breach or the vulnerability. Once a patch is implemented, the vulnerability is publicly disclosed, and those are the various resources I use. Thank you.